Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 3 of a ESO Dark Heart of Skyrim Epilogue walkthrough. When we last left off, we were trying to do this ritual that we discovered is Rada Al Saran's entire purpose. This is what he has set up. He was trying to do this ritual. It probably opens some sort of gateway or something, but we need to find out where it leads. So we're going to try to do it right now.
Now to begin, start by adding etheric power.
Alright, so this is Tonal Cascade. This is Etheric Beacon, so this should give it etheric power.
Now, quickly, I need more kinetic power.
Kinetic Manacle.
Now, some tonal energy.
Alright, Tonal Energy from the Tonal Cascade.
The reach ritual. It's catalyzing too quickly.
Quickly, help Fenorian.
Assist with Reach Alchemy.
We're losing kinetic energy. I need more. I need an influx of etheric power.
Oh, etheric power's over here.
Wendis needs your help with the Night Hollow Rite. Adjust the tonal frequency, quickly. We almost have it, just a little more. I'm losing control of it. Reduce the kinetic energy.
Ah!
The Night Hollow Rite is surging. Help Gwendis. The tonal harmonics are in discord. Change the output. To Fenorian. We'll need the alchemical reaction soon. Recalibrate the etheric power. It's too little. The kinetic mechanism is off balance. Set it right. We're close. Help Gwendis with the Night Hollow Rite once more. Catalyze the reach alchemy now!
Alright, I'm doing it.
Initiate a tonal cascade and hang on! I can see it! I can see everything!
Rondus? Where you going?
Rada found it. A piece of land sundered from the Reach, caught between Mundus and Oblivion. It is both and neither, outside the grasp of Ball, or any prince for that matter. He plans to gift the Grey Host with his sanctuary.
For what purpose?
Don't you see? In their own realm, free from Molag Ball's tyranny, the Grey Host can live forever. And with the connection to Mundus and the power of the Dark Heart, their conquests might never end. And now I see the purpose of the Dark Storm.
What do you mean?
The Dark Heart. Rada's drawing on its power. I can feel it tearing away. To the orrery. Hurry.
Alright, I'll get to the orrery as fast as I can.
To the orrery. Hurry.
Here, I'll just teleport. That'll be really fast. Wait, I'm in the same place. That won't be faster. The orrery is inside the library. I need to just go to a different entrance. It's telling me to go back, though. Oh, you know what? There's a lift in here that will take me to the surface.
Rada! Stop! Don't make me fight you!
This is the chance you never thought possible. The door to our salvation stands open, Verandis. Come, finish what we started. All will be forgiven.
Rada, don't do this!
The void energy is consuming you, Verandis. I can show you how to control it. Just follow me.
What happened? Where'd the bastard go this time?
He's gone, Lyris. To the one place where he can complete his plan.
If Rada Al Saran thinks I won't follow him to oblivion to end his miserable life, he's got another think coming.
Ifri's barky backside. He was right there. Can we go after him? Verandis must know how to do that. Talk to him.
I can't tell if Rada Al Saran is playing with Count Verandis' emotions, or is totally serious with these offers. Please, see how my father fares.
I understand it all clearly now. Rada has opened the gateway to his sanctuary. In that distant realm, he can summon his Darkstorm using the power of the Dark Heart. He'll consume the Reach to fulfill his promise.
Consume the Reach? That doesn't sound good.
No, not good at all. The Darkstorm requires power on an unprecedented scale. Darkness that will cover the Reach and send every mortal soul it touches into the Dark Heart. In turn, the power of the Heart will flow through the orrery to feed the storm.
Well, what will the Darkstorm do?
It will tear the Grey Host from Molag Bol's clutches and preserve them for eternity in his sanctuary realm. Death will become as much a petty inconvenience to them as to any Daedra. They will become truly immortal.
How do we stop the Darkstorm?
To end the Darkstorm, once it's begun, I need to enter Rada's sanctuary realm and take control of the ritual. I can't ask you to join me, but I won't dissuade you if your course is set. Just know that I can't guarantee we'll be able to return.
How do we enter Rada Al Saran's sanctuary realm?
Rada showed us the door, and we forged the key. I have to follow. I have to stop the Darkstorm, for as you have seen from Rada's auramancy, this monstrosity is my creation. Whether you decide to accompany me or not, know that I value our friendship.
Alright, we got a piece of the Void Caller set and a skill point.
Rada has started the ritual in his sanctuary realm. I can feel the pull in the darkness. Soon the Darkstorm will consume the energy in the Dark Heart. Then more people of the Reach will die to feed the Heart and power this apocalyptic storm.
How do we get to the sanctuary realm?
Rada aligned the orrery in order to make his escape. Use the keystone on the dwarven mechanisms that control it. That should open a breach we can travel through. Then, maybe, I'll have a chance to stop this storm I created.
You said the Darkstorm is your creation?
I never intended my theories to be turned into reality. In my research into a way to grant mortals the same immortality as vampires kept leading down dark paths, I abandoned it. I should have also destroyed it. Rada corrupted it for his own ends.
Alright, I'll try to open a breach into the void.
When you're ready, activate the mechanisms on each of those platforms in sequence. This process should be less risky than what we attempted earlier, I believe.
You believe?
Rada has already aligned the device to point to our destination. Theoretically, we need only reactivate the orrery to open the gateway. Be on your guard, nevertheless.
Alright, let's see if we can activate this thing and go to this Oblivion realm.
I can feel it drawing on the power of the Dark Heart.
Lyra's bringing out her axe. I don't think her axe is going to work against this kind of stuff.
Start. Let's talk. Gwendis, Fenorian. You shall remain here.
What? No way.
Someone must keep the orrery in operation. You may give me an earful when we return.
I'm holding you to that. Understand? You're really just going to hurl yourselves through the void and hope for the best?
Seems that way.
I was really hoping Varadis had something tricky up his sleeve. I guess there's nothing left to do but smack Rada Al Saran in his self-righteous face. You just bring Varadis back. Promise me.
I'll do all I can.
You better. The only reason I'm agreeing to stay behind is because you're going with him. I can count on one finger the number of people I'd trust with this. So get this done. We'll be waiting to hear all about it when you get back.
Till then, Gwendis.
Well, this is it. The portal that leads to Rada Al Saran, to the Darkstorm, and to the end of all this. Whatever that is.
Will you and Fenorian be alright here on your own?
Now you sound like Varandas before a trip. I swear not to wreck the place while you're gone. And if the Grey Host shows up to start trouble, I'll stop them from wrecking it too. So get going already before I change my mind.
Alright, but I gotta talk to Lyris and Fenorian
This is
first.
it then. Everything that happened in Windhelm, Solitude, and Markarth. It all leads to this. To Rada Al Saran.
Are you ready to face Rada Al Saran?
More than ready. I've sworn my blade to thrones and causes, but my blood and bones are Nord. If Rada Al Saran thinks he can ravage my homeland and get away with it, he's about to be very wrong. Besides, who else is gonna watch your back?
Veranda said we might not come back from this.
Trying to scare me off? I know what we're getting into. But if we do get stuck in some lost realm of oblivion, I could think of worse company. Now, let's stop the talk and kill this bastard.
Agreed.
Can't say I'm looking forward to another romp in oblivion. I've seen enough of the place for 10 lifetimes. Let's make this a quick trip, alright?
Any guesses as to what we're charging into?
Every place I've visited in Oblivion has been different. Chains and machines for Molag Bal. Endless libraries for Hermaeus Mora. Each realm shaped by its prince. But Rada Al Saran chose a place beyond their reach. Guess we'll soon find out.
Guess we will.
I can almost understand it. Rada Al Saran's desire, I mean. The unpleasantries of living with this curse have haunted me a long time. The thought of what awaits me in the afterlife fills me with no less dread. Anyone would seek an escape.
Are you tempted by Rada Al Saran's offer?
I'd be lying if I said no. But the price of salvation is too high. Rada Al Saran will doom thousands of souls to fates worse than death so that he and his chosen can escape. I don't need an eternity with that on my conscience.
Rada Al Saran will answer for all he's done soon enough.
You and my father will see this through. I know it. Just come back, all right? You both still owe me a proper reunion.
I'll do my best.
I'll do all I can to keep the orrery in alignment. But I don't know how long it can sustain this. I don't believe it was designed to have this amount of power coursing through it.
You're saying it wasn't meant to be a gateway?
I'm fairly certain the dwarves built this as an observatory to chart the void. What we're doing is more akin to plunging a telescope into a fathomless depth, so we can slip through the tube without getting wet. Let's hope it doesn't spring a leak.
Alright.
We are about to travel into the unknown. Take a moment, speak to our companions, and make whatever peace will calm your soul. When you're ready, we shall enter the portal together.
Anything you want to say before we go?
No. Nothing else needs to be said.
Alright, I'm going to use my persuade skill. I know this is deeply personal to you. I'm offering to listen, that's all.
I have worked all my life to atone for the hubris of my first years as a vampire. Rada went to great lengths to remind me of my damnation. And I still can't control the darkness racing through my blood. I may not be able to do what must be done.
I heard there's no such thing as damnation. Only people who have lost hope.
Those words keep returning to haunt me. They never fail to make me feel foolish, both for having said them and for doubting them. Things may look hopeless from here, but there may be a better vantage on the other side. Only one way to find out.
I'll be right behind you.
The portal into the Dark Heart stands open and waiting. Let's just hope it leads where I think it does.
Are you ready to face Rada Al Saran?
As ready as I can be. I don't have the luxury of walking away this time. Let's get moving. The more active the Dark Heart becomes, the harder it is for me to concentrate. It's like a constant barrage of noise I can't hear, but I can certainly feel.
How does the orrery work exactly?
Exactly? I have no idea. But Rada aligned it to open a specific destination. I can sense the dark storm gathering, so we must have reached it. Of course, the chaotic forces of the Void may change our trajectory and hurl us into the vast emptiness.
I'll hope for the best.
I expect you back before Fenorian gets bored. Don't make me come in there after you.
We shall endeavor to return shortly. Farewell, my friends.
Are we leaping into the gaping portal or not?
Yep, we're leaping. Let's do it. Grayhaven. True immortality. That is the promise I made to my Grey host. That is the promise I will keep. Rada Al Saran, the Ashen Lord. Alright, my objective is to look for my companions. I need to find, Count Verandis and Lyris. They're missing. As you can see.
Get back, you bastards! There you are. Damn shades are everywhere. Where's Verandis? You don't know how glad I am to see you. Thought I might have been the only one to make it to this ugly hunk of rock.
Where are we?
Rada Al Saran's sanctuary realm, I hope. Doesn't look like much, but it's got more charm than Cold Harbor. It does kind of remind me of Molag Bal's realm, though. That's probably the plane it was melding with before it got stuck between worlds.
Any sign of Verandis or Rada Al Saran?
You're the first thing I've seen aside from those shades. They aren't tough, but they'll overwhelm you if you aren't careful. You and I should be fine, but Verandis won't last long on his own. Not in his condition.
Alright, let's keep going up this road, see if we can find them.
In the sky. That must be the dark storm. must lead to Rada Al Saran. Let's follow the storm. Hopefully Verandis will do the same.
I don't see a dark storm. There's supposed to be a huge storm. Looks like it's glitching out. Try to run up here and kill a few of them.
Stop! I don't want to fight you!
Look at you, Verandis. The Dark Heart is overwhelming you.
Alright, so we know Count Verandis is nearby. I heard his voice, I heard him arguing with Rada.
Host, the Darkstorm must be working!
See if I can get a few of them at the same time.
Embrace death and damnation just to spite me, old friend. Rada.
Okay, I could try to jump over that cliff, but it probably won't work.
I forgive you, Verandis. You didn't turn your back on our dream. You lost hope. That is my gift to you. I can save you. I can save all of us. Salvation is within our grasp. All you need to do is take hold.
You really think we'll have peace here?
He sounded kind of unsure of himself there. I mean, I can't blame him. I wouldn't want to go to Cold Harbor for all of eternity when I die either. Should have used the other ultimate. Those ads came up right at the end. It worked out though, they all disappeared once I killed the Void Mother. Whoa, what is this stuff? Luckily it doesn't hurt me.
Not even Molag Bal can threaten us here. The Grey Host will be an unstoppable force. Nothing will be beyond our reach.
Rada, your dream was never mine. It ends here.
Verandis, we are nearly free! Verandis! Join our forsaken kin in Molag Bal's teeth, you traitor!
Alright, here goes. Final battle.
Watch, Verandis, as I destroy everything you cherish.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this, you bastard! Keep your distance!
This is the sword that split Lecky's blade, reforged in bitter. You possess all the skill of a child. I'll draw the boundaries of my kingdom with your blood.
Stay away from that magic!
Your weakness is a disgrace to my blade. I owe you a cup for every one of my fallen kin.
Watch out, partner!
Drown in the blood of your veterans.
Uh-oh. Got lots of ads.
Pitiable creature. How is it you aspire to be... What to take first? An arm? An eye? I'm going to savor killing you. A frigid death is more merciful than you deserve.
Got no magicka, or I had none. I want to try to refill full before I start hitting him with abilities again.
You aren't fit to die.
Alright, this
by
is pretty
the
close to being full.
What to take first? An arm? An eye?
Stay away from that magic!
Can you feel Cold Harbor clutching at your heart? This is the best you could blood, blade, and soul as one.
Man, I was hoping I could finish him off right there.
I'll draw the boundaries of my kingdom with your blood.
Watch out, partner! That all you got, leech?
You'll never win through brute force. We need a new strategy.
Alright, phase 2. Oh boy, that's not good.
Sometimes this power almost feels worth the price I paid.
Tugging on those souls. Strike down more of the Grey Host. I have a plan.
Alright, we gotta kill the ads. Verandis has a plan.
Come, my brothers and
Keep feeding their
sisters.
souls to the
Devour
dark heart.
them.
I can use this power. Bring it close to the trapped power. Send more souls to the dark heart, and I'll summon another. All of the souls are collected and must be released. I've woven a trap. Bring Rada to me.
Ah, come on. Break out. Come on, Rada, come on.
can you turn the Dark Heart against me?
Alright, we gotta refill the thing again.
Rada again. Continue to keep sending souls to the Dark Heart. We're almost there.
All right, I'm trying. He's got to summon some souls first. Maybe I should attack him a few times.
The Ashen Lord calls you to serve.
Okay, here we go.
Slow and clumsy,
I was about to hit my ultimate. And I got stunned and couldn't do it.
Get ready! Rada will be vulnerable here.
Turn the souls of those you betrayed against me.
Man, it's so hard to break out of that. Come on. Come on, move out of the red stuff so I can kill you.
Dark Heart is depleted. Slay more of the Grey Host to fill it.
I'm trying.
A few more should do the trick. Don't let up.
Alright, but I gotta have some people to kill to not let up. Alright, sometimes you have to attack Rada to get him to summon stuff.
Lead Rada this way.
Alright, I'm trying.
Lead
I'm
Rada
stunned.
to me.
The work of millennia will not be stopped by the likes of you.
Ah! Did a lot of damage that time.
You dare raise your hand to me?
Maybe I can finish him off the next time.
Send more souls to the Dark Heart and I'll summon another.
Enough of your pointless defiance.
Whoa. Come on, summon your ass. Thank you. Hey, you, come over here. Yeah, get right in the middle. Stun all of you. Damage you, kill you. That's a big werewolf.
That's it! I'll have the soul trap ready in a moment. Bring Rada to the soul trap.
Goodbye, wretch.
Alright!
Luckiest, laughing on the far shores, dancing with her mocking blade.
Goodbye, Rada. I wish I could have found salvation for us both. Ah! The dark storm rages. I must take control.
It will kill you!
If I don't stop the dark storm, then my death will be the least of our worries. Gods, this power! It's everything Rada said it would be. I see. I can't end the dark storm. Not yet.
Feels like I got stepped on by a mammoth, but I guess that means I'm alive. What's going on? Why is the Darkstorm still going?
You and Lyris must go. While I still possess the power of the Dark Heart, I can open a gateway to the orrery. Return home.
You aren't coming?
I can only control the Darkstorm from here. I understand now what must be done to stop it. I can use the power of the Dark Heart one last time. When I am finished, the energy will be gone, and our gate to the orrery will be closed. You understand?
There's no other way?
Not any that can make everything right. I brought about this tragedy through my naivete, through my selfish desires, through my damn ideals and curiosity. It's my time of reckoning, not yours.
I understand.
Feels like I got stepped on by a mammoth, but I guess that means I'm alive. What's going on? Why is the Darkstorm still going?
When Veranda stops it, he'll be trapped here. He's staying behind.
Damn. I take back every bad thought I had about the Count. He's got conviction to match Sai Sahan's. We should go while he's still got the strength to send us back.
Alright.
This is farewell.
I don't want to owe you, Verandis!
Have faith. Rada's last gift was hope.
You're back. But where's Verandis?
He's staying behind. I'm sorry.
He's staying? No. He promised. He promised me.
It was the only way to...
Look out! The Dark Heart! It's dormant. Verandis must have done it. He stopped the Darkstorm.
Arana?
I can breathe. I'm alive? I'm no illusion. Flesh and blood. Alive as can be.
How can that be?
I can't say myself. I remember being here, in this room. I remember the wound. Then nothing but a cold, icy current dragging me under. I drowned for so long. Until a warm hand fished me out.
Who?
I couldn't see. Everything was just warmth and light. There was a voice, though, guiding me, calling me back. It sounded like Verandis.
Verandis brought you back to life?
As I live and breathe, it was Verandis who led me here. I don't understand much of what occurred. But of that, I'm certain. That, and I didn't come back alone.
You're saying others came with you?
There were a great many others drowning in that icy current. I'm certain I wasn't the only one pulled ashore. It's just a feeling, but a strong one. I want to see if that feeling speaks true.
Where are you headed?
Markarth. That's where the spirits call me now. I have no fondness for the place, but that's where my people need me.
About the last time we saw each other.
You did what you thought was best, and the price I paid has been returned. None of us could have imagined this is where our path would lead, but I've no complaints with the outcome. No complaints at all.
I think she's talking about the fact that I left her, she was dying, and I left her there and went to chase Lady Belaine.
Look! The Dark Heart! It's dormant! Was that Verandis' doing or that woman's?
About Verandis.
You don't have to explain. I know you would have brought him home if that were possible. This is how it had to be. I would like to hear the story sometime. Just not today.
Will you be alright?
I got to say goodbye. There was so much more I wanted to say to him. But at least there was that. I need some time, but I'll carry on.
Did I hear you right? Verandis brought that woman back to life? Not just raised her from the dead, actually restored her body and soul?
That's what Arana claims.
Was that what the Count meant by making it right? He didn't just stop the Darkstorm. He used it to free the souls from the Darkheart. We've got to get to Markarth.
Why the sudden urgency?
Isn't that where Rada Al Saran harvested souls for the Darkheart? If Verandis released them all, maybe Arana's right and she didn't come back alone. That's something we should see for ourselves.
I understand.
You go on ahead. Fen and Gwendis could use a moment. I'll make sure they make it to Markarth safely.
Do you really think Verandis could restore Markarth?
Just bringing one person back should be impossible, short of divine intervention. But we saw the Grey Host manage it more than once. If the Darkstorm was anything like the Harrowstorms in Western Skyrim, it just might be possible.
Just go, please.
Yeah, sorry, Gwendis. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's teleport back to Markarth.
I was hoping to catch up. You hear that? Markarth is celebrating. That magnificent bastard really did it. He brought them back.
He said Rada gave him hope. You think this is what he meant?
The Count enjoyed his mysteries, but yeah, I think so. When we started this, I thought the best we could do is pay Al Saran back for the lives he stole. Guess I should have set my sights higher.
What's next for us?
We rest. With Rada Al Saran dead, the Grey Host is finally buried for good. We couldn't have done it without you, partner. So eat, drink, find some company for your bed. And tomorrow, we'll probably have to do this all over again.
Yeah, we will, in a place called Blackwood. We got Blade of the Fallen Knight. It's a purple gear, part of the Void Caller set. 664 gold.
It may seem odd coming from a Nord,
One
but
skill
I'm glad
point.
to see all these Reach folk alive and well. They seem content, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind us bringing them a few more reasons to celebrate.
What do you mean?
News of Rada Al Saran's death won't compare to the dead returning to life, but I'm sure Kadek will be relieved to hear it. You find the Ard and let him know there's nothing to fear from the Grey Host anymore. Tell him he has Verandis to thank.
Aren't you coming?
Why spoil the mood? I think I'm going to take a moment. I haven't done that since Fenorian and I arrived in the Reach.
Are you alright?
Just fine. Even the great Lyris Titanborn needs a rest sometimes. Don't tell anyone.
Alright, I won't. Okay, I don't think I spent these skill points. I've got 2 now. Let's get Dark Vigor. Increases your max health by 2% for each shadow ability slotted. And Catalyst. After drinking a potion, you gain 10 ultimate. Guess I could have morphed Drain Power, but oh well. We're done anyway.
No telling what they'll find out there next.
Finally, someone who looks strong enough to actually help.
Just gotta tie up loose ends. Alright, where's Understone
The
Key?
dead
Here it is.
returned to life by Harsin's hounds. I still can't believe it.
Aye, 2 of my clan among them. Still akin to a dream for all of us. But the pleasant one.
Aye, a pleasant one from which I hope we never wake.
For a few minutes yet, at least.
Yeah. They're all celebrating that their loved ones have been brought back to life.
Look! Look! Can you believe it? There's life to the keep again! Ha! That's your doing, isn't it? The Ard seems to think so. He'll want to see you. He's holding an audience in his war room right now.
It's really Verandis
What's
is
this
doing.
about a war room?
Ah, you're here too, Titanborn. You come with me. I have a message for your ears alone.
Fine. But if this is Kadok's idea of a joke, you won't find it funny.
I doubt it. I doubt it's a joke. Alright, I've got to kind of rush through this. Kind of running out of time and don't want to make another episode, so I'm just going to talk to all the people I absolutely need to talk to.
We are agreed. If Eastern and Western Skyrim can put aside their differences in the face of the Grey Host, then the Reach can do so as well. Come forward, free hand. No need to bow for the sake of kings.
You seem more comfortable standing among kings and jarls than I do. Then again, you always did. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you, Jarl Svanna. What brings you to the Reach?
Western Skyrim has begun to recover. With Fenn's elixir, our soldiers have been able to push back the Grey Host. I know the Reach has not been so fortunate. I persuaded Prince Ernskar and the Skald King to offer our support.
What do you plan to do?
I expected we'd be sending soldiers, but by the time we arrived, the people were dancing in the streets. I always heard stories of the City of Stone being a dark place where flint-hearted Reachmen worship strange gods. It's not so different from home.
How are things in Western Skyrim?
The people seem happier than I've ever seen, in spite of all our hardships. I wasn't the only one living under my father's shadow, apparently. I can't come and go as I please, but the Blue Palace is lively as any tavern with Mog around.
You brought Mog to the palace?
Made him my royal taster. I don't think the thought of being poisoned even crossed his mind, but he seems happy so long as the food and drink keeps coming. Unofficially, he's also the jester, but don't tell him I said so.
My lips are sealed.
Thank the gods we have better matters to attend to than the deployment of troops and suspicions of treachery. For a man called Despot, the Ard is in an agreeable mood. But that's not your concern. It's good to see you once more.
What brings you and the Skald King to Markarth?
Truthfully, Spanna, when we learned that Markarth suffered an attack like the one you narrowly prevented in Solitude, she insisted that we offer aid, ostensibly to stop the Grey Host. But it seems we're a bit late for that.
There may still be remnants that pose a threat.
No doubt. They have proved very skilled at keeping to the shadows and biding their time. Hunting them down will not be easy. But I feel that's not how best to make use of the opportunity we've been given.
What do you mean?
The Grey Host's greatest weapon against us was our mutual mistrust. They preyed on our suspicions and fears, used our division to pick us apart one by one. The best way to prevent that from happening again would be to build trust and cooperation.
So you formed an alliance?
An accord at least. It's a step in the right direction.
All right, great. I wish you luck.
Trust takes time to build, but we must start somewhere. I couldn't have done it without Svanna. Jarl Svanna. Watching her put aside past differences between Eastern and Western Skyrim for the sake of her people has made quite an impression on me.
You seem to hold Svanna in high regard.
Well, yes, I do. She's a striking woman. A figure. Leader, yeah. She's won many hearts and minds in the short time she's been a Jarl. I think that speaks more to her esteem than my praise. Western Skyrim would do well to put her in charge.
Will your father allow another ruler to control the West?
He doesn't want another war on his hands, and the Western holds still desire their independence.
Oh, accidentally clicked.
Trust takes time to build. Well, yeah. He doesn't want another war on his hands, and the Western holds still desire their independence. Skyrim won't be united by force, but with more days like today, the province may one day be whole, no matter how many kings claim it.
Alright, let's talk to Yoren the Skald King.
Looking for another adventure, my friend? You need to learn to relax for a while. Eat, drink, find a companion. Life's too short for anything else.
What are you doing here, King Yoren?
This business with the Grey Host is far from over. As long as Skyrim is threatened, I will be close by to lend a hand.
Still, this is far from your holdings.
The Reach is far from everyone's holdings. This Grey Host business started with me, though, and I always intended to see it through to the end. Thankfully, we prevailed this time.
Do you think Svanna is ready to become the ruler of Western Skyrim?
I do. She's an impressive young woman. Is Western Skyrim ready for Svanna? That's the more pertinent question. Solitude shuns the outside world, while Svanna reaches for it. We'll have to see how that works out in the end.
Are you here to take over the Reach?
I have no desire to replace a despot. Haven't these people suffered enough? In any event, my forces are stretched too thin to take on much more. If the people request help, however, I will put whatever resources I can at their disposal.
Why are you so willing to help people who consider you their enemy?
Shore's bones. Why does everyone insist on seeing ulterior motives behind every kind act? Can't a king just be a nice person? Look, someone has to extend the hand of friendship before it can be grasped. Besides, helping the Reach helps all of Skyrim.
If you had said only yesterday I'd play host to Nord rulers from across all Skyrim, I'd have told you the dead would live again before that happened. And here we are. A day of miracles. Tell me truthful. You had a hand in all this, eh?
I killed Rada Al Saran, and Verandis restored the lives lost to the Dark Heart.
Alas! The monster that nearly brought my lands to ruin has paid the price for his wrongs. I could ask no more, and yet that which was taken has been returned as well. Where is Count Ravenwatch? If he thinks to escape my gratitude...
Verandis had to stay behind to return the souls of your people.
Then, his name and deeds will echo these halls for as long as I sit upon the throne, which will be a while yet, thanks to you both. And so long as these Nords are good to their word. I've no idea what peace is like, but I'm eager to find out.
What sort of agreement have you reached with the Nords?
We treat for peace. Our battles with the Grey Host have ravaged all our kingdoms and peoples. We each seek to rebuild and recover. Perhaps we'll do so together. At least we'll keep out of each other's way. Before we proclaim, I have a favor to ask.
What do you need?
I've need of a counselor. In spite of her treachery, Lady Belaine was a canny advisor. I need that again now, more than ever. Tell the witch, Arana, that I will offer her my ear, if she will share her wisdom. I hear she's recently arrived to my keep.
Alright, I'm gonna have to skip all of that dialogue right there because I'm running out of time.
My
There's
ears are
Arana.
burning. Is that my name on the wind? Not even this gloomy old stone keep can dampen my spirits. My dreams hold true. Markarth is alive with joy. But you didn't approach to listen to me. What is it you wanted?
Arcadic wants to know if you're willing to become his new counselor.
I'm barely foot to stone and he's clamoring for my attention. I had no mind to stand by a throne when I first started my journey. Now, here we are. The Reach has suffered so much. I want to help restore the land. Aye, I'll serve.
I'll give him your reply.
I can speak for myself. You have more important matters to attend to. There's a friend who's journeyed a long way to thank you personally for all you've done. 'Twould be rude to keep him waiting.
Alright, where can I find them?
There's an out-of-the-way chamber in the rear of the keep where you can meet. Now, I should find the Ard and make sure he thinks before he speaks.
Can you tell me more about this friend you want me to meet?
I can. But I won't. I'm enjoying the suspense. Off with you.
Alright, let's see who it is.
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, my friend. Do forgive my ghastly appearance.
Guess who?
It seems I spoke too soon when I bade you a final farewell. I'm glad to have the opportunity to see you again, my friend. None of this would have been possible without you.
I thought you had to stay behind.
As did I. When I took hold of the Darkstorm's power, I believed it would be the last thing I ever did. It was a force no mortal hands should wield. Still, with it, I was able to draw the souls out of the Dark Heart, return them to where they belonged.
Was that how you made it back?
No. As the last of the Dark Heart's power ebbed away, I should have been trapped in Rada's sanctuary realm. But I was forced out. Pushed, I'd say. I fell into the darkness of the slumbering heart. Then I emerged from it, like a moth from a cocoon.
How so?
My soul became part of the Dark Heart, smelted inextricably into the fabric of its existence. So long as it remains dormant, its hold over me is tolerable. But I am bound to it nonetheless.
What will you do now?
If I am to be wed to this power, then I must ensure that it never gets used again. For that to happen, both the heart and I must fade into obscurity. House Ravenwatch will carry on without me. Arana will send them here to receive the news soon.
I see.
I have no regrets. You gave me the opportunity to reckon with my past and pay penance. This journey has brought closure to the life of Count Verandis Ravenwatch. I have a fresh start. As do we all. The kings are soon to speak. You should be there.
Will I see you again?
I have no idea what the future holds, but you seem to be the axis upon which this world turns. If it still has some use for me, I'm sure our paths will cross again. Until then, my friend.
Arana said they'd be this way. Come on.
Father!
They said you were gone.
I was, and I will be again. We have much to discuss, but I will not be returning to House Ravenwatch.
But who will...
You three have no more need of a guardian. It's time I put the future of the Ravenwatch in your hands.
But you'll still visit, right?
Every chance I get.
I don't know what I expected when Arana said there was someone waiting to see us, but I thought he was gone. I don't think there's anything left that could surprise me today. Forget I said that. Better not tempt fate.
You seem troubled.
No, I don't mean to give the wrong impression. It's all just a bit much. Maybe I should sit down. Did he really say he wants us to take over the Ravenwatch?
He did.
Right. I didn't imagine it. The truth is, we were already considering the future of the Ravenwatch after you returned without Verandis. It seems that will bear further discussion. But I'm relieved that the circumstances are different.
You'll all do fine, I'm sure.
Your vote of confidence is always encouraging. Gwendis could use some of that as well, I think. Have a word with her, won't you?
All right, what's my assignment?
You're to endure as much of the cheer and praise as the Ard and his people can heap upon you. And you're to have absolutely nothing to do with evil vampires for at least, I don't know, a day? Think you can manage that, recruit?
Yes, I definitely can.
Remember, you're representing House Ravenwatch now. Consider this a diplomatic mission.
All right.
I believe the Ard was calling for you when we spoke to Arana. He was headed to the audience chamber with the other rulers, last I saw.
All right, I'll go see him. Let me talk to Gwendis first, though.
Here and gone, here and gone. It's cruel to play with a girl's heart like this. But I'm glad Verandis kept his promise. Ugh, I'm having too many feelings right now.
How do you feel about leading the Raven Watch?
Great, terrible, everything in between. I've waited so long for Verandis to stop hovering over my shoulder. But I never thought it would be because he's not around. I realized something, though. When you and Lyris told me he wasn't coming back.
Oh?
I can't shed tears for him. It's not what he needs from me. He needs someone to carry on after him. To do the work he can't anymore. So that's what I'll do. Keep his legacy alive. Somebody has to keep tabs on all those pesky vampires.
Okay, let me know if the Raven Watch needs my assistance again.
Don't think it's just Verandis I expect to visit. It'd be nice bumping into you somewhere other than a moldy cavern once in a while. Castle Ravenwatch is always open to you. It's not like we have a shortage of guest rooms.
I'll remember that. I'd like to visit Rivenspire.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to give Verandis an earful. I think I heard the Ard calling for you when we were talking to Arana. They're making some proclamation in the audience chamber. Better not miss your accolades.
All right, I got one more person to talk to before I do that, though.
Five Claw, Adusa heard that Verandis had been imprisoned in the Void, but he's here. Forgive me. I am glad to see you. It has been too long since our paths crossed.
Are you ready to lead the Raven Watch?
There was a time when this one felt more like a nursemaid than compatriot to those two. But Gwendis and Fenorian are no longer helpless kittens. Count Verandis need not worry. Adusa stands firm. House Ravenwatch will endure.
Without Verandis, what will happen to the Raven Watch?
House Ravenwatch has a long and noble tradition. This one will run the estate in Count Verandis' absence. She has done so before. As for the Ravenwatch, our work will continue. Gwendis is coming into her own, and Fenorian shows promise.
All right. I wonder if Verandis is going to make another appearance in a future Elder Scrolls game or a future chapter of ESO. It was interesting.
I thought you might enjoy a welcome surprise for once, Snow Lily.
Oh, sigh. You always know how to... Oh, hello, partner.
Sorry to interrupt.
Didn't expect you'd find me here. Thought this spot was a little more private. This is Sai Sahan. He's a friend. A close friend. We used to travel together with Emperor Varen before things went horns up.
Was the message earlier from him?
Braden said there was a strange red guard looking for me. When I laid eyes on Sai, I didn't know whether to punch him or hug him. It was quite the surprise, but not a bad one. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
Will you two be traveling together?
I'd say being home has been nice, but you know I'd be lying. The Skald King owes me some rest. Think we'll take our leave of Skyrim and spend some time free of obligations. Always wanted to go back to Skingrad.
I believe Skingrad is in Blackwood. If not, it's somewhere in that general area in Cyrodiil. So a lot of people, when they saw this, they predicted that the next expansion would be in Cyrodiil and would be Imperial themed, and sure enough, that was true. Safe travels then.
People like us can't stay out of trouble very long. So let's share a few casks of mead while things are quiet. Oh, Caddock's looking for you. He and the other rulers want to make some big announcement. I'll be along in a moment.
I'm headed right there. Have you met with Spana or Skald King Joran?
I haven't, but I'm sure you can keep them busy for a while longer. Right, partner? Sai and I still have a few dents to bang out of my armor.
I'll go see about this announcement they're making.
Finally, the guest of honor has arrived. Let's have a word before we begin. Not a moment too soon. Kadak's eager to demonstrate that he's the equal of any Nord king. He hopes it will legitimize his claim as king of the Reach. He's not wrong, but he'd look more a fool if I weren't here to keep his temper on a leash.
Seems like you're already a helpful advisor.
That I am. It's a new dawn. For me, for Markarth, for the Reach. After all you've done to bring it back from the brink of oblivion, putting up with Kadak's arse-headed notions is the least I can do to make sure it wasn't wasted effort.
Does that mean you're getting along?
Let's not stretch the bones of reason. There'll be no shortage of bickering and cursing in our future, but there's trust. So long as we both want what's best for the Reach, that'll do. Best to see him now. I can see him casting glares our way.
All right, I'll speak with him.
Fair adventurers. Come and go as you please. Keep 3 kings and a jarl biding on their thumbs in a crowded hall. Suppose you've earned that right, Rover. Near everybody in this room wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you.
I did what I had to.
Simply put, I like that. In doing what needed doing, you brought all the crowns of Skyrim to one hall. You put the Grey Host back in the ground, and you gave us clear skies. At last, we can see where we must go. Take this with all our thanks.
All right, we got purple Radiant City Pauldrons, part of the Radiant Bastion set, and a skill point and some gold.
3 hands of Markarth. You long-suffering lot, I call my kin! We've survived another long night, darker than we've ever known. But we did nae endure it alone. Against the Grey Host we found unlikely allies, and put aside old grudges. Together, we not only survived, we flourished!
We owe these miracles to the efforts of all kinds. Reachman, Nord, Vampire, Outlander. Heroes of every stripe. Let us follow their example. We have warred together. We celebrate together. Let us rebuild together.
From this day forward, we clash mugs instead of swords. Peace and prosperity to all our kingdoms. Cheers to the heroes of Skyrim.
Let us remember them with song and drink. We, the children of Skyrim, we shall endure!
Well, I'm not sure why the actual NPCs are not clapping, but that's it. That's the end of the series. You can actually run around here. This is all the people that you helped in all of the previous quests from both Greymoor and Markarth. So you can see lots of different people. Here is Old Mjolnir from Western Skyrim. There's Jarl Redharn. And you can talk to all of these people and they say something different. I'm not actually going to talk to them because that would take another 45 minutes, and this video has gone over time already. So this is going to be the last video in the series. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked this series, I'm going to continue with the ESO Blackwood walkthrough. I just started that last week. I've got, I think, 2 episodes going in it, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on from now on. So I hope you enjoyed this. See you next time.